The year 2000, a time of frosted tips, dial-up internet, and a TV landscape that was wildly unpredictable. While some shows became instant classics, others crashed and burned faster than a Y2K panic. Today we're diving into 5 TV shows from the year 2000 that didn't make it past one season. Whether they were ahead of their time, victims of terrible scheduling, or just plain bad. From a WB teen drama disguised as a Coca-Cola commercial, to a supernatural series that got roundhouse kicked in the ratings by Walker, Texas Ranger. These forgotten gems and flops had their moment and then disappeared. So grab your butterfly clips and your flip phones, because we're about to relive some primetime failures from the dawn of the new millennium. Number 5, Higher Ground. Imagine The Breakfast Club, but instead of detention, the kids are sent to a scenic yet emotional, intense boarding school in the Pacific Northwest. That's Higher Ground. This teen drama followed a group of troubled high school students as they tried to heal from their rough past while dealing with the usual teen struggles: substance abuse, gang violence, depression, and of course, high school drama. The cast was stacked with early 2000s talent, including Hayden Christensen.
Scotty, are you up? You up?
No. You said no more.
AJ Cook, Candace McClure, Megan Ori, and Joe Lando.
No. I'm gonna help you, Scott, if you let me.
How'd you know about the acid?
Just say drugs and I aren't exactly strangers.
But the real plot twist: on May 4th, 2000, producers found out Christensen had landed a little role in Star Wars Attack of the Clones. Turns out George Lucas discovered him through Higher Ground, when his agent sent over the pilot. Talk about a career upgrade from teen angst to Jedi Knight. Despite being well-loved, Higher Ground never got a second season. And not because Christensen was off practicing his lightsaber skills. Fox Family was sold and the show got lost in the shuffle. A real shame, because who doesn't love a good redemption story? Number 4, The Others. Imagine X-Files, but with a whole squad of psychics. Sounds cool, right? Well, that was The Others, a supernatural drama about a group of people with various psychic abilities who encountered all kinds of eerie and often downright evil paranormal forces. NBC had high hopes for this one, placing it in their 3rd attempt at a Saturday night supernatural programming block called Thrilogy, alongside The Pretender and Profiler. Unfortunately, this turned out to be less of a thrill and more of a flopology. All 3 shows were canceled by the end of the season. Fun fact, The Others was actually one of DreamWorks' first live-action productions. Less fun fact, it got crushed in the ratings every single week, sometimes even losing to reruns of Walker, Texas Ranger. Yeah, when Chuck Norris roundhouse kicks your show off the air, there's not much you can do. After 13 episodes, NBC pulled the plug and The Others faded into TV obscurity. Number 3, Young Americans.
Throw all your backpacks and we'll be rolling down the road. Big dreams and wild schemes.
The Dawson's Creek spinoff that nobody really asked for, but the WB gave us anyway. Premiering right after Dawson's Creek, this teen drama followed Will Grudsky, a working-class New Englander who lands a scholarship to the ultra-prestigious Raleigh Academy. His goal? Escape his abusive father and climb the social ladder. But of course, it's never that simple. The show leaned heavily into teen angst and forbidden love. Will wrestled with moral dilemmas while balancing his towny roots and posh new school life. Meanwhile, his childhood friend Bella Banks found herself in a very awkward will they, won't they romance with Scout, a guy who might be her half-brother. Yeah. And then there was Jacqueline Pratt, who disguised herself as a guy named Jake to enroll at Raleigh and somehow ended up in a complicated romance with Hamilton, the dean's son, who questioned if he was gay after catching feelings for Jake. Peak WB drama, baby. Despite all this intrigue, Young Americans was mostly known for being one long Coca-Cola ad. Seriously, Coke paid $6 million to sponsor the show, slapping their name on it as Coca-Cola Presents Young Americans. There were Coke product placements everywhere to the point where Steve Carell roasted it on The Daily Show, calling it an hour-long commercial. Even scenes were reshot just to make sure characters were drinking Coca-Cola. Subtle, right? Sadly, all the soda-fueled drama couldn't boost ratings. The show never cracked a 2.0 rating and was quickly replaced by reruns of Felicity and Roswell. And Young Americans got its scholarship revoked. Number 2, Opposite Sex. Imagine transferring to a new school, only to find out you're one of the 3 guys surrounded by hundreds of girls who don't want you there. That's the premise of Opposite Sex, a teen dramedy about Jed Perry, a high schooler who moves to Northern California with his dad. After his mother's passing, he enrolls at the prestigious Evergreen Academy, which just went co-ed. But the girls of the formerly all-female school aren't exactly thrilled about the new arrangement. Joining Jed in the awkward battle for survival are the only 2 other male students, Philip Steffen and Carrie Baston, played by none other than a young Chris Evans. That's right, before he was Captain America, he was just trying to survive high school and a sea of hostile classmates. Originally shot in 1999, Opposite Sex got bumped to summer of 2000, which is usually a bad sign. It aired against reruns of Seventh Heaven and Moesha, plus fresh episodes of Big Brother and Dateline. Not exactly an easy lineup to break through. The ratings were rough, but at one point the show did hit a 3.6, so it wasn't a total flop. Still, Fox wasn't feeling it. After all 8 episodes aired, Opposite Sex was quietly sent packing, replaced by repeats of Ally McBeal. Ally McBeal. Number 1, Grosse Pointe. From the mind of Darren Star, the mastermind behind Beverly Hills 90210, Melrose Place, Sex and the City, and basically every glossy, drama-filled show of the 90s and beyond, came Grosse Pointe, a clever behind-the-scenes parody of teen soaps. Airing on the WB after Sabrina the Teenage Witch, this satirical sitcom followed the off-camera drama of a fictional WB show, also called Grosse Pointe, set in the wealthy Michigan suburb. The series took aim at classic teen dramas, especially 90210, and even ruffled some Hollywood feathers. 90210 producer Aaron Spelling reportedly called up WB exec Jamie Kellner to complain about Lindsay Sloan's character, Marcy Sternfeld, who was a little too similar to Spelling's daughter Tori. Whoa. Despite the behind-the-scenes tension, Grosse Pointe had some fun guest appearances from stars of Spelling-produced hits. Jason Priestley and Joe E. Tata from 90210 both popped up, with Priestley even directing an episode. Kristen Davis from Melrose Place and Sex and the City and Elizabeth Berkley showed up for the series finale. Unfortunately, Grosse Pointe had some awful timing. The first 2 weeks it went up against the Summer Olympics, and then the ALCS. The WB panicked over the low ratings and made a bold move. shifting it to Sundays at 9:30, in a lineup featuring The Jamie Foxx Show, The PJs, The Steve Harvey Show, and Hype. Not exactly a natural fit for a Hollywood satire. Critics love the show. Entertainment Weekly even gave it an A, making it the only WB comedy to earn that honor. But praise doesn't pay the bills, and the WB pulled the plug after one season. Had it debuted a few years later, maybe in the 30 Rock era, it might have found the cult following it deserved. Well, there you go. There's 5 short-lived TV shows from the year 2000. I do have another 5 lined up for a part 2, so if you'd like to see that, please leave a comment. And as always, I appreciate you guys coming and watching these videos and leaving comments. It's great. I love the community that we've built here, so I just want to thank you for that, and I'll see you in the next one.